Deep City comes. You're working with the greatest, Mandla N.
But he Tyler Perry was
like how, like tell me, I want to know about that one. I want to know like how did it come about? Were you guys even aware that when you're shooting season 2 it was gonna end?
No, we were not aware, but we kept on hearing rumors. Actually, we asked how magical this thing is. Mina guys ngizwa ngani nokuthi nje I'm so dope ngizwa ngani. I'm just like, hey, so
you don't watch yourself on TV, girl. Please.
I get scared to watch myself first, but I do force myself sometimes. But sometimes I get scared. I love the fact that we speak of Isiphiwo. We speak of African spirituality. I'm in love with sharing that gospel because African spirituality has been demonized. Yeah, for a very.
We're gonna play a little game. We're gonna give 2 options. You're gonna choose one. It's gonna be the actors that you've worked with.
Okay.
You're gonna choose one.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is unfair.
Well, life isn't.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed on this show by the hosts do not necessarily state or reflect of those of the channel. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not reflect of the host and of the channel.
This is the podcast about nothing with your host, Leo Black, the unfiltered voice.
Okay, now we're gonna talk about. I think this one is literally. I know I said this guy was big, ne? I know I said it was big, but this one I think it's big because it's bigger than anything that I'm sure now you never dream of, like being a star in a prime time, like prime time, 8 p.m. 8:30, whatever TV show, Deep City, like. I was so proud of you when I was seeing the billboards and everything. Everything, the promo was coming out. I'm like, yes. And it's so different, like from 8 other roles we've done. And the things I appreciate about you is that you don't repeat roles. You don't do the same thing over and over again because people get so comfortable with doing the same thing again because I feel like, oh, yeah, this is me. I'm going to stick to it. But Deep City comes. You're working with the greatest, Mandla N.
But he Tyler Perry was
like how, like tell me, I want to know about that one. I want to know like how did it come about? Where were you when you heard the call? Like you got it? Like
when I heard the call that I got it. Where was I? I was in Soweto. Shit happened, and I found myself staying with my friend's family.
Okay. When you say shit happened, like you were not in a great time.
I was not in a great space. Like I said, that there was a time where I went through depression.
Oh, it was that time.
I was in a very toxic relationship that kicked the awareness out of me. So because of that relationship, I was spiritually and emotionally unwell. And my friend's family took me in. So I stayed with them for like 2 years and they were just helping me heal, helping me find myself again. And during that time, I auditioned for Deep Seat.
Yeah.
I remember I did the tape and I was so late for the tape. But I said to my agent, please send it, even though I'm late, just send it. I don't care, just send it because I feel like I've always wanted to work with Mandla and with Black Brain.
Who wouldn't, you know?
I mean, he's brilliant. So I got the call. Because, yeah, it's you that got the role. Nice. But first, I did the self-tape. We did second auditions. We did third auditions. We fight, guys. Yes, guys, we fight for these roles.
Yeah.
We fight. It's a fight. I think I did about 3 auditions for Deep City. Yeah. But
I'm sure like you feel like is that corner on a land or you just like when you push that hard?
But I connected with Knox. Knox is so special to me. I connected with them in very deep levels.
Yeah.
I loved having them around. I enjoyed it, although they were very exhausting. She's really one of the best characters I've ever played.
It showed, actually.
Yeah. But also, like I said, that she came at a time where I wasn't well, where I was recovering. So I had a lot to share. and the best way to do it is to do it through your art.
Yes.
I need all of that. It was everything that I was going through at the back, and I just channeled it into the character. And
Beautiful.
lucky me that the character was going through intense emotions and psychological trauma, you know, at the level that I was also going through it.
Sure.
So I needed to heal, and she was my healing tool.
Yes.
She was my healing tool. And yeah.
And in that, I like the fact that, Jenna, you say you related so much with her. Like
Yeah,
she was a hustler,
you know what I
like you were
mean?
coming from a very like disadvantaged background. She was always hustling, even though she wasn't doing nice things. But the back about in the back of your mind, you understand why she's doing all these things. Like,
Of course.
you know. And for when I'm sure now it took you back where you're coming from. Yes,
Yeah.
I get you, girl. You
I
know,
get her.
I get you. Why you're doing all these things? Right?
Yes, I get her. And I was so honored that she chose me to tell her story.
Yeah.
I was so honored.
And you did amazing. I don't want to lie to you.
Thank you so
You
much.
did so amazing. And at the time, I was not a very big fan, as I said, of like watch, because it's like it's recent. But the moment that I got to watch it, I was like, yeah, this is crazy.
Thank
and
you.
it was so beautiful because about you have the look as well.
Yeah.
And it was just like, but it's
But
marriage.
it was
just,
marriage.
Just marriage
Yeah.
just before it even happened, because you have the look and you have the style, you have the language and everything that she was. And
Because Tin Town.
yes, like some don't underestimate where you come from, because it builds you.
Yes.
That-
Guys, where you come from, where you've been, or who you've been, know that at some stage it's going to make you money.
Yeah.
It's going to make you money
Yes.
at some stage.
And-
Into okhalisa ngayo makuthiwani ukubone, like maybe you're an artist and you
Yeah.
sing, and kuthi ukumbone masedlalisela
Yes.
ukudlalisela kwakho wena, it is where you have been.
Yeah.
Not to allow that to hold you hostage, but to be able to channel that into your current self.
Yes.
In a positive way and
Yeah.
in an educational way. Yeah.
And that's why I always say, Nama, your experiences sometimes can teach you and put you in places
Yes.
that now you wouldn't have been able to reach if you didn't go through all those things.
Definitely. Like
So sometimes it might not be nice to be in situations, but trust me, once you get out of the situation, you will find yourself in places that you wouldn't have thought to be in.
Yes.
If you hadn't went those places. I know people don't like struggle. Nobody does.
Nobody does.
It's always gonna find us.
But it always works out at the end.
Yeah,
It
that's why I always say,
does.
Nambe, to the struggle sometimes it can be too much, and it's like, why? And you ask yourself, God, why me? Out of all people, like, why me? Or you're big, like your toughest sort and but then He knows best. And then after everything, you realize, I'm like, yeah, this is why He was doing it. And you playing this character, and you working with Mandla, and I'm sure it was a
Yes.
dream for you.
It was a dream come true for me, because I'd been praying,
Yeah.
please make me work with Black Brain.
Yeah.
One thing about me, I am pro Black
Black-
people.
yeah.
I am pro Black stories.
Sure.
So that's really why I wanted to be with Black Brain and experience Mandla. Hey guys, one thing I can tell you, Mandla's passionate.
Yeah, he look.
I have the passion, but Mandla is passionate.
Yeah.
Like I always say, it's set here, Mandla. If Mandla is on set, this is how we are.
Running.
We are running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we are running not because he said run. We're running because we're trying to match his passion.
Yeah.
We're trying to match his drive. You like, this is where the director is. I need to be here.
If umuntu mphethe is like that, when you can't be as like
no,
someone.
Mandla ain't like, so this scene. He's like, uyabona ke listen le sishaka nje kukanje nakanje. He's like that. Like his passion is extreme, but that is so great because he takes out the best in you. That
Yeah.
man, I'll forever be grateful for him, or grateful to have worked with him, because yo unkhulisile in terms of my art. I got to learn a lot.
Sure.
I got to learn a lot.
Sadly, it came to an end, like abruptly. Like I didn't even
Yeah.
expect it. Like, were you guys even aware that when you're shooting season 2 it was gonna end?
No, we were not aware, but we kept on hearing rumors. I hope this is not a problem that I'm saying that. We were not aware, but
Yeah.
we kept on hearing rumors about it. And then finally, towards the end of the season, we heard that we were then told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel? Like because that show was big. It was doing well, according to me. And I don't think it was doing fairly bad as you might, like, you want to can it now. Like, I know. Like, how did it make you feel? Like, now it was just, like, coming to an end.
Yo, mina the way, because ngifuna ukutshela iqiniso ne, the way mina engidalwe ngakhona ngiya-accept izinto yo.
Yeah.
Ngiya-accept izinto. Obviously there is the scary part yokuthi ebo that means ngisalelo 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, and then ngisebenze.
Yeah.
Ikhona leyo nto ukuthuka lokho, and that's just normal. But for me I was like, okay, great. Let's go to the next project.
Did everyone have the same? I don't think everyone have.
I don't think everybody felt like that.
When in the setup in a group, didn't like the morale go down? People were like,
no, the morale didn't go down. I'd be lying. Okay. So industry to guys ihlukile than ama industry man. Most of people in the industry understand that they are freelancers.
Oh yeah, true.
So ukuphela komsebenzi, it's not something that is esingayijwayele. You know, umsebenzi uyaphela, you move on to the next one. Aqali ngeshow yethu ukukhanselwa. So many shows have been cancelled throughout our channel. So why now victimize yourself and be like, oh, it's so sad, it's happening to me. So it wasn't that kind of thing. People were like, yeah, okay, up to the next one, what's happening? But obviously, I think kuba khona lokho kumona kokuthi it just happened.
But
we didn't expect it. But we move on in the industry.
Yeah, as I was gonna say, like, this one was not like a normal ending where you're like, okay, your character's coming to an end. You've already communicated, but because even us viewers, like, I remember when the statement came out, people like, even the channel started like, I know there's nothing of such, because when Phil Impala broke the news, like, I know it's lies and everything, but like now when you hear, like, it's just like uncertainty, like it's kind of plays in your head, right?
Not for me, I won't lie.
Yeah,
not for me. Okay, and I can say not for me because now I operate Nozuko.
Yeah,
I operate ngokuthi iplan ya Nozuko ithi.
It's in,
yes. So mina, by the time Diep City, by the time I was told Diep City appel, I already knew ukuthi I want to start a business, life coaching, coaching nje. I already knew ukuthi khona omunye umsebenzi ngimele ngikwenze.
Yeah.
And I'd already done my life coaching certificate.
Okay.
I already had plans.
Sure.
So ukuphela kwe Diep City akuyona into ezongithusa. Because ngiyazazi ukuthi also there are other things I need to pursue.
We're gonna get on the life coaching you speak of here. We're gonna get to that.
So it someone else might tell you a different story.
Yeah.
As fun, we experience things differently. For me, I was like, okay.
It was a beautiful cast too, to say also.
Pelamandla is a genius when it comes to casting.
The cast.
We are casta lo muntu akadlali. Yo,
like that cast was like, Dudu's Mabaso, Helmut Lamini, Don King, like. Nozuko and NTSHANGASE. Do you understand that cast? It was amazing. It was a lot. It was a lot.
It was a lot. It was a beautiful. There's a girl that used
to have a crush on there. I forgot her name. She's short nyana, like fair skin, like afro. I forgot her name, man.
I don't know what that is.
You know.
Was she my sister?
I think so, yeah. Like, what's her name? I'll find the name. Wait.
Luyanda.
Let me find the name now. Where's this? Not Alfredo Manana. Zikona.
Oh, Zikona Bali.
Yes.
Oh, yes, of course.
Zikona, yeah.
Worthy of that crush, honey.
She's pretty, eh?
Babes, like she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Yeah. She's talented.
Yeah, she is, you know.
And upi umqondo. Zikona.
Yeah, but nice. Like, do you like have this thing of like when you end shooting, like you feel like, I've made so much, like everything is like, it was like family, you've made so many relationships and now you're living it, feels like heavy for you, like.
Yeah.
Does it happen for you?
No, of course it did. It did. I think me and the girls, we had a hard time separating. Like, I even had a hard time adjusting back to life, you know, because I used to talk to those girls every day.
Sure.
And then, now I have to face challenges alone, because I used to get to say, me like, now this happened and this, and they'd be like, calm down, calm down. You know, which was one thing that I really enjoyed about Diep City. It was my relationship with the 3 girls.
Yes, yeah.
Which made us the 4 girls. And I don't know how Mandla did it. That was the most beautiful casting I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But it was so beautiful. But also we were able to form a friendship.
Sure.
So the chemistry that we had on screen, it was built off screen, because we just fell in love with each other from the first day we met.
I think that is key, eh?
Nah.
It is, because I don't think you can forge chemistry on screen
when
you don't have it
you
outside.
don't have it in real life. The first day we met, we started speaking about our traumas and we were crying on the first day. We were literally like, and then this happened to me. It was like, you know, if kuguskatulinde ukutshela umzali ukuthi how things have been, it was like that moment for us. My friends, this has been happening.
Yeah.
So that chemistry was so beautiful. So we did have, you know, a time about that, but we continued the friendship outside, so we good.
Because I still see you still hang out with them, posting up with them. Obviously, like
they like
life didn't end, but the show ended. Life still continues. Yes,
you know, sizwanile shem.
And Fethu comes into your pela, start something else.
Of course,
yeah, like
and you know, that's what I wanted to say. Guys, like impilo, we can make life cute. We can be romantic about life. Kodwa guys, is so phila lana.
Yeah, nothing lasts forever.
Yeah, isizophila lana siyeke ukulokho nje.
Like we have to adjust with the life, because life is a cycle.
Like when life move.
Don't hold on. Fine, I want to just like I want to accept when things are done. Like move on.
It's done.
You know,
it's done.
Because it moved on with you. Because you were now on a new show, Isiphiwo.
Yes.
It was another show that you did. It was beautiful, and I feel that show was literally another show that. And I don't know, how do you choose these shows?
The thing is, I don't choose the shows. The shows
choose you.
Me.
Exactly.
Yeah, the shows
for me, it would
me.
look like that's Manja. You're the one who goes out the way. I'm like, I want that one. I want that one. But like in a sense, because I know you're a spiritual person.
Yes.
You are a very spiritual person. I've seen you, like you have those spiritual things that you do, and the show is about that. So like I'm asking myself, like, how do these things happen? I'm like, maybe it's intentional.
So you remember when I said during the when we started the interview, I said everything that has happened is things I've manifested.
Yeah. Power of manifestation, eh?
Yeah. So indlela impilo yami emuva ngayo. Emuva kanjalo. Yeah.
There's the power of manifestation, guys. Manifest things and they will happen.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I do that. I've manifested a lot of things and they do come true. And when they happen, you just feel like, is it really happening?
Kanjani.
And you remember, like, yeah, I said this. And that's why even in prayer, when you pray, be specific.
Be specific.
Don't say, with what?
Yeah, but
say
also,
what your blessing that you need from God, whatever, whoever that you pray to, like, be specific. Say it with your own tongue so it can go to the person that is listening to you.
So what I believe with these roles, not that I asked for Uguti, okay, just because I'm spiritual, can I get a spiritual role?
Yeah.
But what I think happens is that I get a role that I need at a specific time. So that's the kind of manifestation I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like I said, Uguti, with Unox, I needed to let go of some steam because I came from a very toxic relationship and I came from depression. And I wasn't affording therapy at that time.
Yeah.
So I needed a space you would keep, and Knox was perfect for that. You know, nale questioning iboni luguti, is it do artists make art, or is it the art that makes the artist? For me, that was so deep, because I was like, because sometimes you can think it's you that's creating the art, but the art is creating you. And there's so much wisdom sometimes in understanding. I mean, the truth about it is that it can be vice versa. You both the art and the artist need to co-create, right? That's the truth about it. But I've felt in some instances that the art is creating me. That's why I'm not fussy about Uguti, am I doing theater now? Am I doing film now? I'm not fussy about that. I allow the art to tell me, Uguti, which direction do I need to grow to? All I can do is have a desire and ask, okay, I'd like to perform. And then the art will decide, Uguti,
what kind of performance you're going to give out.
This is what we're doing. This is what we are doing. This is what we are expressing, because
it's like when you're in a spiritual trance, like you don't know where you're going to end. You are there, but your end, you don't know it.
Yeah, exactly. Uyazi how magical this thing is. Mina guys ngizwa ngani nokuthi nje I'm so dope ngizwa ngani. I'm just like, hey, so
you don't watch yourself on TV, girl. Please.
I get scared to watch myself first, but I do force myself sometimes. But sometimes I get scared to watch myself. I watch myself intentionally to judge myself and see where I can improve.
Same with me. I don't even watch my own podcast sometimes.
Right? It's so scary.
I hate the sound of my voice. Sometimes it just sounds ridiculous. I think also I spend a lot of time editing this thing, and it's become so repetitive to a point that I'm like, I don't want to like watch this. And to a point when people come to me like, no, okay, let me check on that, whatever and stuff. But yeah, anyway, tell us about the show itself. Like
Isiphiwo, beautiful story. I was so in love with that story. The story is about Isiphiwo. It's about having a gift. Isiphiwo says thunywa. But also the story explores different sides of having the gift. You get Uzodwa, who thought she had a gift, but she actually does not have a gift. And then you get Tando, who doesn't want to have a gift, but who actually has a gift. So the story follows the bond between these two ladies while they are solving a certain crime in the university. But basically the story is about these two women finding their own truth. This one is realizing, actually I don't have the gift, I was just sick. This one is realizing that I need to accept my gift, I need to fall in love with my gift and understand it, you know. I love it because I always think of that story as like a South African charmed kind of
movie is
kind of I love the fact that we speak of Isithunywa, we speak of African spirituality. I'm in love with sharing that gospel because African spirituality has been demonized, you know, for a very long time.
I remember even at school. You remember at school when people would literally have those moments. I remember. And so I was my demon, and like it wasn't that. And I remember
but we had a demonic
but
attack.
I remember there was a girl that and I used to have it. Today she is like practicing full time. And now when I was like looking back, I'm like, we were like say, hey, my demon, don't. But obviously there was a time where like there was like very that with time.
But now
yes, now. But now. When it all happened now, you're part of the people, but like we can't tell who is who in the zoo because everyone is just like having their moment at the time, bro.
You know, I always think of that moment when we were spiritually attacked at school. I think about it so much. And you know, I hear people asking, why is everybody a sangoma? Why is everybody... I mean, obviously I understand ukuthi abantu abaningi, which is actually why I loved Isiphiwo, the fact that also it did explore the idea ukuthi sometimes you think you have a gift and you don't have it. And it's so relevant to, you know, also what we are seeing, like a lot of people being misdiagnosed. I think that's real. But another part of it is that I look at our school and I look at the fact that we were attacked spiritually that time.
Yeah.
You know, for me personally, I didn't go through the screaming and the crying and the shouting, but at home I was having terrible dreams. I was being attacked when I'm sleeping. But for some people, so I look at that and I look at our generation and the spiritual awakening that we are experiencing, and I'm like, that happened there was not happening for nothing.
It was literally...
It was not happening for nothing.
Exactly. And that's why I always say, we all have a gift.
Yes.
But our gift is not the same. The thing is, where we go wrong is that we always want to make one gift like for everybody. And my gift and your gift is the same. It is not.
Not the same.
My gift is for a different purpose. And for whoever that is, like, who gave you that gift knows what it is for. So now when you're gonna go to someone who's gonna tell you like your gift is this, so now you're gonna follow something that is literally not what is truly your gift. And that's why now we're having this confusion and time where like people are literally now practicing biotoss and everything, of which I don't think it's a bad thing, but
I don't think it's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing, but as long as they are able to channel their gift in a way and not ignore it, because we need as many people who are gifted like that, because we need healing.
We need healing.
We can't now say, oh, I get no, we can't. We don't say that to doctors. Every year we congratulate kids in UKZN when they literally graduate.
But also, where were you when the whole school was spiritually attacked by demons, things we didn't understand? Where were you? Don't you think that our
didn't know what to do?
You know what I mean? Don't you think that our ancestors and our guides, our angels, they're going to equip us to know how to fight spiritually?
Exactly.
You know,
because there is a physical fight you can have, and there's
a spiritual fight that you need to have
as well,
and you need to be strong spiritually.
Exactly.
Yabo umele umoya wakho uphakame, and azininganga izindlela zokuphakamisa umoya in Africa, because we demonize our own ways. And the truth is, the other ways that we are esitshelwa ngazo ukuthi asiyisebenzise, sometimes azuphakamisa umoya. Sometimes you feel like you acting ukuthi hayi kahle kahle lokho wami ngathi ngiya act. Akukho la. And another thing is that we have adopted a Western culture so much, is that, and we even frown our own practices. We're like and of which I find it very like ironic, because those foreign, like those Western practices, they didn't even come with us as black people. They came with different people that we don't even know what any where did they got them from. But the things that we know and experience and seen in our own families being practiced and have worked for so many years. But now today we are smarter. Told that no. So it's such a problem.
So
that why Isiphiwo was great. It was because that's what it explored, you know.
Would you consider yourself as a heavily spiritual person?
Yeah. I'm a heavily spiritual person, and I've tried to run away from it. It's just the way I am. If I'm not spiritual, I get sick.
Okay. How would you identify your spirituality? Because there's different spiritualities. Like they pray, they use certain things. Like there's different ways of channeling your spiritualities, because there's no one dimension.
Accessing divinity. So obviously I use African spirituality to connect with Umdali. But I was raised Christian, which means that I also use some Christian practices. And my ancestors are very much Christian.
Exactly,
So connecting to them, if I don't come, if I don't come, go Jesu, because that's who they know. Because our ancestors were colonized, and you know they were banikezwe iBhayibheli. So mangiya kuNkulunkulu ngiya ngokuyithoba shem. And I definitely use Christianity. So that's how I experience it. I connect with nature. To elaborate on the African way, because I said I use African spirituality. I think African spirituality is more about connecting with nature, understanding ukuthi uNkulunkulu yena odale yonke into engaphansi komhlaba. And mangithi yonke into engaphansi komhlaba, I'm even talking about the spiritual world itself. Ukuthi there's hierarchy in the spiritual world, and we have guides and we have angels in the spiritual world.
Yes.
We have ancestors in the spiritual world.
Yes.
But so that's how I connect. I connect using Christianity and African religion.
Yeah. And
African spirituality.
Yes. I think also what is literally what you're saying is very like key for me when you say like our ancestors were colonized and they know like the Christian way of and all is all, but the one thing I want you to like remember also, unless maybe like in Hambekon, no more or whatever, or Mtandas, whatever, they always put God forward for me. Like I've never heard anyone say
no one ever says that. No one ever says
like,
that.
That's why they're so confusing. Like these people put God forward. Like
they like, before anything else.
Like, and I've never in my life, I don't know, maybe there are, I'm not going to speak for people about, but my experience is that then like when you are now trying to speak, because I'm a very spiritual man, like I believe in using African spirituality to like channel, because I do have, I believe I have a certain gift that I can literally be able to channel in a way, but it's not like to mind your trust. No, I understand it. It can make me dizzy sometimes, but it is something.
Yeah, it does make us.
But
sometimes.
I do know it's okay where it is coming from. You know, I understand it. I literally want. Oh, okay, no, I get it. But at the same time, I never want to like say, you know, God is something that you should now like abandon. Like no, God is everything. Like,
God is everything.
He's everything, you know.
Yeah, and inhliziyo yami yamthanda kakhulu uNkulunkulu.
Yeah, like let's talk about uZukulwami, ne?
Yes.
I know you act, you do all those things, but you've started a little baby that you are now that's growing so well, and tell us about it. Like
if you remember me from school, I was always, besides the acting, I was always involved in the community. And I said, you asked me, did I struggle with the fact that I was so, what's the word, humble? And I said, it's because I love people. I'm not joking.
Sure.
And I get so excited. Sometimes I even hate myself. I'm like, don't overshare, don't talk too much. But that's how excited I get when I'm with human beings that are genuine, you know, that are willing to share. So I love people, and that. After being in a very dark space, I've always wanted to be a life coach. So I felt like part of my healing let me pursue coaching.
Yeah.
And then I got a certificate. And after getting a certificate, I started to practice.
Sure.
I love community. I believe in community development. I love Black consciousness. And let me tell you why I do this. I do this because I believe in Black people.
Oh, yes.
My primary purpose in this world, it is to uplift a Black person, to empower a Black mind.
Because bro, what would it be without us?
I must think of how I'm going to change another Black person's life, how I'm going to take them from point A to point B. More than anything. So uZukulwami comes from that. I've always known from when I was young that I'm supposed to do important things in my community. And that has nothing to do with being an artist or an actor. Whether it's in politics, but I believe in being there and developing my community. So I do run a coaching business called uZukulwami. And I run programs there. I help women that struggle with self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-love. I help women that have been through emotional and physical abuse. And I also have a program called Elevate Your Craft, where it's more of a personal development program for actors. A lot of actors struggle with the process of getting in and out of character, but also they struggle with personal traumas. And if you're an artist also that would like to just have more depth. You know, depth is such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You know, ungathi ma act
on the surface.
Act on the surface.
Dive deep inside.
So what I do is that I expose you to the structure of your own personal life so that you can have a better understanding when you build a character, so that you can find depth within yourself, so that you're able to express it. So that's called Elevate Your Craft. And I do also teach acting. If you want me to teach acting, I can. I love teaching acting. It's just that I haven't found a structure yet. Right now, I am mostly doing life coaching work. Yes.
That's beautiful. Guys, it's beautiful. And if you follow her, you will see how beautiful the things that she does. Like Mina, I look at everything, but you would not even see I'm looking, because I pay attention to things, because I love when people do things and start something. That's what inspires me about life, is that the person that starts something is one person that I will always look into, because you were brave enough to start something. You are literally committed enough to continue doing this thing, even though maybe there will be times where you're going to be tested, but you still push through. That's what motivates me to try and do things now. Like, because now you can never like try and expect everything's going to fall into place. No. They're gonna like, even in my podcast, like there's been times I'm like, maybe I need to go sell my mics now.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Nah, I'm
don't
not,
do it.
I'm like, nah, I've stopped myself. Never. I'm not doing that. It's been amazing. We're about to wrap now. I'm just gonna ask a little bit like light questions. We've been hella deep now. We've been hella deep. So like in all the roles we've played, which one would you say, like, you know what, but it's my favorite, it's my best character I've ever played ever?
Nox is my best character.
Is it? I don't think it's like too hard for you to think about it.
Yeah, Nox is my best character that I've ever played.
So obviously Deep Seats is also that show that you like.
Yeah, it challenged me to. You see, when I was at Scandal and I was like, I want a challenge. Deep City came with that challenge.
Exactly.
It challenged me a lot. It challenged me a lot. Up to a point, I'm scared that people are gonna start typecasting me now. You know, and you said you were like, I see other artists getting comfortable. I'm like, you know, sometimes it's really not comfort. You allow yourself to be typecast because actually, dog,
yeah, no, yeah, it's rough out here. But I'm not sure my post is not very. It's not generous to all of us. It's not generous to
any of us. Please leave us alone, guys.
Is there a show like when you look at it on TV? I don't know how much you watch TV, like a show or a television or a movie, whatever that you see on TV. I'm like, I wish I was part of this. I wish I was part of this.
Of course.
Like, which show or movie would that be?
Overseas, America. I really liked Hellem. I don't know why I keep thinking of Hellem. It was on Prime Video. I really liked that. In this country, you know, I struggle with comedy so much. But right now I'm thinking of a comedy show. And obviously, you know what? Because I'm working on it, that's the show that I need to be on.
You want to be in comedy?
Yes. Cool. Yes, I need to learn, guys. I need to be funny. Like, if there's someone out there who thinks they can teach me, please teach me. Yes, how to be funny.
I think you do great, you know.
I want to do comedy, and
I think you've been doing some heavy like about stuff and like whatever. You could literally, you know, do some light. Yeah, it's a comedy hard.
Yes, it's the hardest out of everything else. It is the hardest.
Like, the animated is so cool on Citizen's Land and
everything. I don't know how they did it.
It was super cool. Like, it's just like maybe they don't even like it just comes easy.
Yes,
it doesn't.
Like, it doesn't.
I thought maybe those deep the deep shows where you have to cry, have to be in emotion.
For me, that's easy.
Is it?
Yes.
Have you ever like been in a situation where like you feel like you're so in character so bad, like you're still feeling like sad about the character?
It happens all the time.
I've heard about it. Like, I was like,
it happens
I
all
think
the time.
I was watching a show, like an interview, one of the American actors saying like how important it is for you after finishing a show
to get out of
to
character.
release the character that you've been.
No, it happens. Especially with Knox. I enjoyed her so much that I used to take her home with me.
Shit.
Yeah. I used to take her home with me. I liked her. So and that's not healthy. That's really not healthy.
Yeah.
So it happens that you would still carry the emotions of the character.
Okay. We're going to play a little game.
Let's play.
It's not going to be very... I'm going to play a game. You're going to choose one. I'm going to give 2 options. You're going to choose one. Please, don't be diplomatic about your answers.
Okay.
This is going to be... You're going to choose... It's going to be the actors that you've worked with.
Okay.
You're going to choose one.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is unfair.
Well, life isn't.
That is unfair.
Okay. Guys, I forgot to mention... Oh, I did. Yeah,
Yes.
I did mention that you also were to ABOMAMA.
Yes,
You were ABOMAMA, but I
Thomas,
because of time I can't get on to that one. But she did amazing there as well.
Thank you.
Like, it was such a very nice show. I think at the time I was still very much watching, because I think it was a while back, like 2018, 17, 19.
Yeah, it was around
2018,
2017, 18.
Yeah, so around that time.
Okay.
Choose between Joyce Nkefu ABOMAMA. Between
Mama bagithi.
Joyce Nkefu
How bagithi.
or why
Competition ya ing.
it's not a competition, it's just like a preference.
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. Joyce
Nkefu and Don Thandeka King.
That is so unfair. How dare you? No, how dare you?
It's because I love them both. When they when they're in character, they give it all. Who'd you choose?
This is unfair because obviously
Let's say you are making your own movie right now.
I'm making my own movie.
Let's just say you're making your own movie now. You have to choose between the 2 of them. Like, you're making your own show right now. You have to choose between Joyce and Don King. Thandeka.
I mean, listen. Joyce plays for a different age group than Thandeka, so it might be complicated to cast.
But wait, in Deep City, I think they were playing similar roles as Joyce.
Not necessarily.
She was like
Mama.
But she was Thandeka ukhulile nje like Deep City umama. She's like a old lady.
Okay, yeah, don't really like. She was
umama
playing
there.
on a.
Yeah, that's why I picked it up.
It's so unfair, but I'm gonna go with Don Thandeka King because she's just my mom.
Okay,
she's my mom.
Patrick Mofokeng from Scandal, Helmut Lamin Deep City.
I can't. They both my fathers. If I choose the other one, I can't neglect the other one. That is so unfair.
You have to choose between your 2 dads.
Yo. I'm gonna have to go with Hamilton Dlamini because of one moment. Unfortunately, it's really unfortunate, but Hamilton Dlamini, it's because of how much of a teacher he is.
Oh, really?
Yes, he was not scared to give me notes.
Okay.
And I appreciated that.
That's beautiful.
I really appreciated that.
Siyago Dinankosi Scandal and Uvele Manenge Deep City.
You're so mean.
I'm sorry.
Vele is like one of my favorite actors. Like, do you understand that?
I know.
That is so mean because Vele, I love Vele.
I love her too.
But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to choose Nkosi because there was a night where I didn't have transport and she accommodated me. Yeah.
So you're choosing her.
I'm choosing her because of her hospitality and her kind heart. And
so this is personal.
Everybody they have chosen is because of personal reasons.
We said we're making a show here.
I can't choose like that. I can't choose.
No, it's fine.
I can't choose based on talent. I'd rather choose based because everybody there is talented. Okay. I'd rather choose based on, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Natasha Tahane, Skim Sam, Zikona.
Nah, guys, I give up on this game. This is such a bad game. But how dare you? How dare you?
I listen. This game is cool. It's easy. Choose, man. It's so easy.
I can't choose. Those are my very close friends, both of them. I can't choose. I can't choose.
But sometimes you have to choose. Even people have to choose between their kids. So.
Of course, I would never choose between my kids.
Well, you have to choose which one is, People have favorite kids, but then you put in a favorite child.
Guys.
Yeah, people do that. They have that. So what is this? It's nothing. Come on, you can do it. Natasha or Zikona?
Hi. I'm a fan. Can we skip this one?
Okay, we're gonna come back to it, ne? I don't promise it's gonna be easier when you go forward. We have 2 left.
Okay.
We have Oros Mampofu, Skim Sam.
Okay.
And Tapelo Apiri. Javas.
Oros or Tapelo Apiri.
Both your boyfriends.
Tapelo.
Tapelo was your boyfriend.
I'll choose Tapelo.
Choosing.
I'll choose Tapelo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll choose Tapelo.
Okay, I'm gonna put you because this is another friend of yours, Umbrella Makanya. Scandal.
And who?
And Gaugelo.
Oh, you hate me. You hate me. Dude, I can't choose between my friends. Do you understand? These are very close friends.
But you have different experience. Because this is the thing.
It's so tricky. I need them all. Now I can.
I'm not saying you're gonna now say it's.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that, but I think for me it's just hard to make a decision because.
But again, I say choose one. Okay. You're gonna have to choose to leave one out, ne? Between the two. Because you couldn't choose between Natasha and Nozuko. And now you can't choose between Vero. So you must at least choose one in between the two.
Choose one person, name one person that I.
No, so you said you can't choose.
Okay.
The last one, and you can't choose between Natasha. I can't let you not choose.
Okay, so I must choose one.
One that you can choose one, yeah.
Okay, let me think. Which one is safe?
You're playing it safe now.
I'm playing it safe now. Hey, I love this girl so much. I'll choose because I know Gaughelo's heart. I know Gaugelo and I know her level of understanding. My friend, I'm trusting you right now.
Sounds like you are just.
Gaugelo is not petty at all.
Really?
I know she ain't petty at all. She's very matured. So I'll choose Velo. Yeah, I'll choose Velo.
Over Gaugelo.
Yeah, I'll choose Velo. It's unzima, but I'll choose Velo.
It wasn't hard at all.
It's hard to choose between your friends because I'm just I need them for different things.
That's the thing. You are choosing them as friends. I said you are making a movie here.
I can't think like that.
I made it easy
because
for you.
Because now if it's a movie, I'm gonna hire all of my friends. They deserve to be hired. Everybody that's my friend must be hired.
Yeah, true. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. It's 2 hours now.
Yeah,
we've been talking.
I can't believe it.
And didn't even feel like it was, and thank you so much. Thank you very much. I know we've spoken over a year about this and it's finally come true. And listen, I didn't even think it would be this great, but I know it is greater than my imagination. And I want to thank you so much for taking time and coming to this little podcast of mine and literally gracing us with your presence. And I wish everything that you put your hand into becomes magical as it has been for you, because you have that gift. Amen. And you need to also embrace that, because there hasn't been a show that you have been on that hasn't been great. You have been on every show and it has become such a very hit. So you need to literally embrace that. We don't have many people like that back home. We don't have many people like that generally in the industry. So what you're doing is amazing. And you need to also be a person that is literally much aware of that. Because sometimes I feel like you don't take that because you don't want to like be swallowed up by that. But it is also important to also like look at yourself and like look in your mirror and like you've done that.
Yeah.
You've created that, and this is gonna stay forever. Even when you're gone, this is gonna live forever, and this is what you've done. And I thank you for taking this time. And before I leave, I want you to know that you have a beautiful home.
Thank you.
And yeah, listen, everything is just her, guys. She's just like, help yourself. And I'm just thankful of that. And I hope and yeah, I'm just gonna go back to KZN now and make sure everybody see the greatness.
I love it. Thank you.
Ngiyabonga
kakhulu. How? Also wakamthembu. Are you still velase? Thank you so my much. Love.
Thank you.
Yo, I appreciate it. And thank you for doing this. Thank you for thinking of me. Yeah, this was so much fun.
It was. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and this has been a great episode, as I said. And I'm sure you guys, I'm lost for words now. I've been talking for 2 hours. I mean, I'm never speechless, but at this moment right now, I'm speechless. I'm humbled and grateful and thankful for the opportunities that I found myself. Being in Joburg hasn't been easy for me. It has been hard. And listen, I could tell you, maybe
you need to do story time.
Yeah,
because that's crazy.
Next episode after this one, I'll tell everybody about what happened, my experience in Joburg, because it was hell. But anyway, this is probably the biggest positive out of everything. And I'm grateful that it happened. The reason I came here was solely for this to happen, and it happened. So be sure to like and subscribe, and also comment, and also show love to her. And yeah, share your social media handles to everyone.
Yes, on Instagram it is I am Nozuko at I am Nozuko. TikTok at I am _Nozuko. You can also check YouTube. I do praise there. Okay. It's Nozuko NTSHANGASE.
That is her social media, and also be sure to also follow us on all social media platform. It's gonna be put out there, so make sure you check. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and do all the business, and also put the bells, whatever. I love you guys and appreciate you guys for always watching. And you know what? This is Podcast About Nothing. Peace.
This
is the Podcast About Nothing with your host, Leo Black, the Unfiltered Fool.